Hi Pisces, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading, 17th to the 23rd of June 2019. Hope you guys had a fantastic week. Sorry, that's a really old saying actually. Yeah, hope you had a really good week, Pisces. We're going to be doing the kind of tarot check-in reading, week ahead reading. Again, which I really like. I mean, that's why we're using these beautiful decks. So for the first day, we look at the current self through the week. Who are you through the week? What's the theme of the week? And what's your key goal for the week? And for that, we use the lovely Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Pan. You guys know by now, the ones that ardently follow me, that I am so in love with this deck. It's unbelievable. And it's also published by, I never noticed that, Red Feather. I think that they're kind of like, I don't know whether they're a partner company or something of Shiva, but this is an unbelievable deck, and it's an unbelievable quality as well. And the cards are so big. I love this deck to bits. Beautiful. So we're going to be using that for that. The second level we look at is the obstacle that you need to overcome for the week, any major accomplishments you're making, and what you need to avoid for the week. And for that, we're going to use the Spirit Within Tarot by Stephen Bright. This is a new deck. It's a phenomenal deck. It really is. I'm so over the moon. I mean, I have brought a lot of decks lately, and a lot of them, I'll be honest with you, I mean, freaking hell. Where is it? Let me just show you one. The New Elements Tarot. Horrible. Sorry. I really don't like it. I just don't like this deck at all. I don't like the way it looks. I don't get it. I'm just like sitting there and I'm just like, oh, you know, just, some decks just don't infuse you at all. They just don't make you feel like, so I don't read with that. And there's another one. This is kind of like Sapien, like black and white decks. Bianco, Nero Tarot as well. I mean, I'm just like, what? You know, I've got some real kind of Humdinger decks, unfortunately, but a lot of them are actually really beautiful too. So we're going to use, yeah, this one is one that I'm so proud of and so happy to have, okay? And that will be for the third level. Now for your, second level. For the third level of the reading, we are going to use the Witch's Tarot, my old mucker. When I started tarot, this was the very first deck that I bought. I've since bought sort of 3-4 more decks of this. And yeah, just love this deck. Beautiful cards. So this is to look at what you need to embrace for the week, Pisces, and where you need to, or where you can find support if you need it. And finally, your spiritual guidance is through The Answer Is Simple cards by Oracle cards by Sonia Choquette. I advise you guys to get yourself a deck. You can get it on Amazon. If you're just looking for some simple kind of no nonsense, down to earth advice, this is the deck to do it. It really is very good, very clear, very concise, and it tells you exactly what it is that you need to know. All right, so with that being said, let's move these to the sides, Pisces, and let's get on with your reading. Right, okay. I might need to change the settings on the colouring because it's gone really sunny outside and it's interfering with the colour on my cards. So let's have a look for you guys. So, Universe Spirit, what is, show me Pisces. Who are Pisces through the week? Who are they through the current week coming in? Who are Pisces through the week? In one card, show me. Okay, there we go. And you know, this deck really does give you muscles as well. Right, I can see that this is really bright, so I'm going to try and just hone down a bit on that. That's better. All right. And can you show me, Pisces, what is the theme going to be for the week for Pisces? What will the theme be for the week for Pisces? Let's have a look. Is that right? Oh, I think I'm putting them round the wrong... Hang on a minute. Am I putting them round? Oh, which way am I putting them round? Hang on a minute. I think this is... Oh, yeah, I think that's the right way. I'm not sure whether this is. It doesn't feel like it. It feels like it should be this way. It actually feels like it should be this way. Actually. Okay, Universe Spirit. And what is the key goal for Pisces this week? What is the key goal for Pisces this week? Okay. There we go. Right, there we are. Okay. Second level, what is the obstacle that Pisces needs to overcome during the week? What is the obstacle that Pisces needs to overcome during the week? Okay. And what is the major accomplishment? What are they accomplishing this week as a major accomplishment? What is Pisces accomplishing this week? Oh, that one wants to come out. Just flicked out on that. Okay. And what does Pisces need to avoid this week? What does Pisces need to avoid this week? Okay. There we go. Right. And which is tarot, please, universe? What does Pisces need to embrace this week? What does Pisces need to embrace this week? Okay. And if Pisces needs support, where can they find it? Okay. And finally, what is the spiritual advice that you have for Pisces this week? What is the spiritual advice that you have for Pisces this week? Okay, there we go. There's our card. Let's have a look and let's start. So Pisces, you are this week the Knight of Coins. Nice. I think that you're very focused on your work, and I think that you're very focused on, when you're the Knight of Coins, you're many things. You're committed, you're dedicated, you're hardworking, you've probably got a business plan. You're very self-focused with the Knight of Coins energy. As you can see on this particular card, he's kind of, you know, he's cleaning a car. It's his job. He's earning money, and he is being so, you know, focused and so precise and so dedicated, and he's getting every single nook and cranny. He's doing the job really well. He's not cutting corners, because Knight of Coins really is a perfectionist. So some of you guys are doing a job this week, and you are doing the best possible job that you can do. I think that you are very focused on getting something right with the Knight of Coins energy. I think that you're very focused on, and this doesn't have to be work. This can be, when you're the Knight of Coins, you're very focused on getting things right, because he's the slowest knight of the knights. The Knight of Wands charges ahead because he's infused by how he feels. All right, he's feeling, both Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands are both guys that are very, you know, driven by their feelings. Whether they're air, it doesn't matter that they're air and fire, they are very driven by their feelings. Because if the Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands see a pretty girl with big boobs and big ass, they're going there. And so will the Knight of Cups as well, I'm afraid. Those three dudes, they're going to go there. Whereas the Knight of Coins is like, yeah, she looks good, but is she good? Do you see what I mean? The Knight of Cups is what Coins is like, yeah, she's beautiful, but is she beautiful inside? That's your Knight of Coins for you. So he's more kind of like, I want to take a deeper look into this. So it's all about getting things right. And actually with the Knight of Coins, he's not likely to get, you know, even if the girl looks like bloody Naomi Campbell, he's not likely to go jumping in there until he knows that this is the right woman and that she has all of the right qualities that he is looking for. So I really think, just putting the whole work thing aside and away, Pisces, you guys are very kind of focused on getting something right this week. You're very, very focused on that, you know. What is the theme of the week? Well, I think this is a person for some of you guys, Pisces, the Seven of Swords. And sometimes within these readings we see different things. And sometimes we'll see things that kind of, it looks like it's going to be a story, and it looks like it might be one of those weeks. I think the theme of the week is with the Seven of Swords. You know, there's several things with the Seven of Swords. Number one, the theme of the week could be about a person who is actually the Seven of Swords. So this is a deceiver, unfortunately, if it's love. It's someone that is untrustworthy. It's someone who is, and if you look at this particular version of the Seven of Swords, what do you see? What I see are broken windows. What I see is this guy running off with lots of stuff. And he's not even kind of, I mean, he's running down a bloody street with stuff. Do you see what I mean? It's like daylight. It's broad daylight on the card. It's not in the night time. He's not trying to be kind of incognito. He's not trying to hide his face. He hasn't got a balaclava on. He's not kind of, you know, trying to hide himself. He's doing it in broad bloody daylight, you know. So this is a barefaced liar, basically, as far as I'm concerned with this particular version of the Seven of Swords, right? Because this guy is like, those kids in the background, they're like, oi, what are you doing? Oi, you took my stuff, you took my laptop. Oi, that's my grandma's candelabra. What are you doing with it? And he's like, oh, I've just taken it to fix it. And I'll bring it back. I'm imagining him saying that on the card because he's got a cap on. He's not even hiding his face. He's actually turning around to the boys that are asking, can you see how affronted they are, Pisces? And they're like, oh, what are you doing with my stuff? What are you doing with my stuff? My God, look, you've just broken in. And there's this person at the window, and can you see the smirk on this guy's face and how cunning he is, the cunningness of the fox to show cunning. So this guy's being really cunning. And I think that the theme of the week, to be honest with you, for some of you Pisces people, is that you do have a very cunning person around you. And I think that, you know, this cunning person will be a barefaced liar. So they'll do something and you'll ask them about it and they'll come up with this excuse. And they'll want you to believe them because, you know, for them it just makes sense to say what they say. And you're the child, you're probably the couple of kids on here, Pisces, where you're challenging them and you're saying, what do you mean? Give me an explanation for why you're taking all this stuff or why you're being so shady. And this person's obviously not, covering his face. He was like, I'm not being shady, I'm just doing this because of this. So I think that the theme for the week is that probably some of you guys are dealing with probably a barefaced liar from what I can see. What is your goal for the week? Well, it's just to have love and union. You just want to get along with this person. You want to be in union with this person. But the problem is, I think, Pisces, you guys are very much perfectionists with that Knight of Pentacles energy. And you're kind of like, I want everything to be right. And I'm working hard on getting everything right with us. But the theme of the week is I'm dealing with someone that every time I ask them a question, they're just coming up with a barefaced lie. And then, your goal is, but I want us to be in union together. I want us to be happy. I want us to be in love. And I want us to trust each other. And I want, more than anything with the lovers energy, everything to be balanced within this relationship. Because there is evidently, with this dude here being the theme of the week, Pisces, there's evidently something off kilt about whoever this person is. Let's have a look at what the obstacle is you need to overcome. Right, this is him. This is the person. It's the King of Wands. It's also your attraction to this individual. So the obstacle is not only the individual. And I think that, when it shows as the King of Wands, you could say, well, this person is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or the obstacle, the thing with the tarot is when you get a court card, a lot of people struggle with court cards because they don't really understand the card, the person on the card. Now, the King of Wands, who is he? Let's have a look at this. King of Wands is a funny, sexy, really, really good-looking dude. Yeah? He's got the gift of the gab. Men like to be around him. He's a man's man. Women like to be around him. They want to sleep with him. He's probably married sometimes, but there's a lot of women around him that want to just take him away from the wife. He is prone sometimes to having affairs, I won't lie, because whilst he has one person, sometimes he does tend to have other women in other places. Some of the time, not all of the time. He's not always the most committed king. He tends to see things as a joke as well, this guy does. So he's a nice guy, don't get me wrong. He's charismatic and he's funny and he's witty. He is a public speaker, for example, as a job. He's an entrepreneur, for example, as a King of Wands energy. He will run a business. He's probably not going to be a Steve Jobs or a Bill Gates. They're usually your King of Pentacles characters. But the King of Wands is nevertheless going to be a go-getter. He's probably going to be mid-management maybe. He's going to have money. He's probably not going to have as much as the King of Pentacles because that's like the epitome of a king in terms of materialism. But this guy has, vision. He's brilliant at creativity. He's usually kind of a media mogul. He could work in film, for example, being the King of Wands energy. He could be somebody who works within PR, like the head of a PR department or head of his own PR company or something like that. So he's a really confident dude. He's got a lot of, he's got a lot about him. He dresses really well. He smells good. He's all of these things and he's extraordinarily handsome. And that's your obstacle. Everything about him, as I think Edward says in Twilight, the first movie, to Bella, everything about me draws you in. And it's the same with this little fucking vampire. I'm sorry, because he's a vampire. Everything about this guy, for some of you guys at this and as I say, I never expect all my the readings to get massive thumbs up because they're so specific, so that's fair enough. But everything about this person draws you in, Pisces. He's gorgeous. He knows it. He's conversational. He's brilliant. He has a brilliant mind. He's quick-witted. He drives a car like no other man can. He can sometimes be a racing driver, all the rest of it. He's just got that edge, and women just swoon. And whether you're male or female, and whether this is male or female, this is what will drag you in, Pisces. This person will drag you in because he's got all of those things that just makes a woman or a man crumble. Okay, you need to overcome the obstacle of what this person, the aura that they send out to you, and what draws you in about them. You need to try and overcome that because it's the whole thing with this person. The way that he wears a pair of jeans, his ass, everything, because he's got a really good figure. This guy likes to be in the gym. He likes to keep fit. If he doesn't like keeping fit, he just likes to look good. And he wears clothes very well. Everything, his face, his body, his speech, everything draws you in about this guy. You can't get enough of him, some of you guys. That's your obstacle that you need to overcome. What is the major accomplishment this week? Well, major accomplishment is happiness. And you might still have happiness in relationships with the Four of Wands. Some of you guys might be accomplishing, you know, the ending of a particular project, for example. More work to be done with the Four of Rods. But the Four of Wands is all about accomplishment of projects, family gatherings, happiness, joy, success. So there's some form of success. Some of you guys accomplishing a home move, maybe with the Four of Wands. Energy showing up here. Some of you guys accomplishing finally an achievement of a project, a situation with the Four of Wands energy going up here. Some of you guys just accomplishing security and, you know, stability to a certain extent, but more just contentment and happiness and joy. Some of you guys really kind of just loving being around your families, that type of thing. That's your accomplishment for this week. It's a really good card. What do you need to avoid? Waiting. And that's you, because that's your card, Pisces. Hangman is a Pisces person. That's you on the tree swinging. All right, that's you on the tree swinging. That's you just waiting there. Can you see how you're on the tree and you're just swinging away? You're like, I'm just swinging on a tree, just waiting. You need to avoid waiting. You also need to avoid, with the Hanged Man, putting up with bad behavior, because remember what the Hangman does. The Hangman isn't just about waiting. It's ridiculous to say these cards are about one thing or the other. They've got so many meanings. Another meaning for the Hangman, Pisces, is just surrendering and just taking things as they are. This guy, sometimes when he shows up in a reading, can show someone who's just kind of sitting in front of the TV, hand behind head, one leg over the other with a can of beer, and the wife or the girlfriend or the boyfriend is in the kitchen, or the husband's in the kitchen saying to the guy, look, you know, what are we going to do tonight? And he's like, oh, I don't know, you know, I'm just thought we could just sit in and relax and have some food, you know, football's on, I'm having a few beers. That's your Hanged Man. Sometimes he can be a right lazy fucker, and he will not want to do anything or change anything up. It's not just Hangman Reverse that does that, this guy, because it's surrendering and it's just letting go, and it's not being, you know, in haste to do anything. So you need to kind of avoid kind of just either waiting around for someone or just allowing bad behavior to happen with the Hanged Man, just because this can be a card where you're just ignoring someone's behavior and you're just allowing things to happen, and you're just kind of like, oh yeah, okay, whatever, like you don't have a brain. You need to avoid doing that this week, and just surrendering to other people. All right, I definitely feel if this is something to do with a relationship, which I think it is maybe for some of you guys, because you need to kind of overcome the obstacle that you can't get over this man. Everything about him or her draws you in. Well, you need to avoid maybe waiting for such a person like this and just putting up with bad behaviour, because you've got to think about how this person is and his aura and everything else. What do you need to embrace this week? Temperance is what you need to embrace. Time for yourself. And I'm not going to call this the card about mediation now. I'm going to say that the Temperance card is balance and harmony, and it's about things taking time. So when you get Temperance, it will say, look, things will take time, but all in their own good time. So you're going to have to be patient, and you might have to embrace that there is a need to be patient. I'm not saying with this person as such, but maybe with yourself. Maybe you need to embrace this week meditation with the Temperance energy showing here. Sleep with the Temperance energy showing here. Gentle exercise with the Temperance energy showing here. Maybe you need to embrace this week doing something alternative. Remember, the angel is pouring one cup of water into another, and it's alternating before it gets the balance. So maybe this is saying, look, if this is anything to do with this person, maybe what you need to embrace this week, Pisces, is trying out different people until you get the right one. Do you see what I mean? Because whoever this person is, if it's love, I didn't mean to do a love reading, but it's just come out that way. Possibly this person's just not going to be right for you, and you need to kind of embrace the idea that maybe you want to try alternatives with the Temperance energy until you find the right person. Where can you find support if you need it? You can find it in Ace of Wands, doing new things with new people, Ace of Wands energy. Maybe you could find support outside. or in places where there is lots of nature. Ace of Wands energy. Maybe this is a male figure. It looks like a penis though, so it would be a very virile male figure. And I'm not saying that you get support from sleeping with someone or anything like that. I don't think so. But I certainly feel that you can get support maybe by doing something new with the Ace of Wands energy. Maybe if you have a hobby, perhaps, with the Ace of Wands energy, maybe you've got a support network of people there, that type of thing. And what's the spiritual guidance for the week, Pisces? Clean up your mess. It's been coming out a lot for some people, actually. It's time to clean up your mess. Clean up the mess. This is probably a mess. So the thing is, some of you guys are saying to yourself, you know, my goal is to have me and this individual in, in balance together. To have the relationship balanced on all levels, the lover's energy. But the theme of the week is that this person just smirks at you. You know, you'll ask them a question, where are you going, what are you doing, why have you got that, why are you dressed that way, and they're just like, well, you see, I was blah, blah, blah. See this guy smirking, he's making everything seem normal to these guys. Everything seems normal. He's a barefaced liar. So the theme of the week, you might be just dealing with a barefaced liar. And your goal is to make this, to normalise this with the lovers, still to have balance. Because you guys are showing us the Knight of Coins, working really, really hard to get this situation perfect. You can't get anything perfect with a barefaced liar, that's the problem. So the universe is saying, clean up your bloody act, Pisces. Just clean up your act. You're trying to probably, for some of you guys, because you need to avoid waiting around for someone and just kind of accepting bad behaviour. And even though I think that, you know, what you're achieving is happiness, personal happiness perhaps, or happiness with family and friends, that type of thing, I certainly feel the obstacle you need to overcome is that this person only has to click their fingers for some of you guys and you go running, because they've got such a vampire aura about them that you'll just go there. But the universe is saying, well, clean up your mess. You know who they are, and still you're wanting this, and you can't get over this, and you need to avoid the obstacle of this. So just clean your mess up, because you're seeing one thing, but you're still thinking that you can correct it and do another. Hell no, probably not. All right, let's have a look at your. Oopsie daisy. Let's have a look at the general energies for the week. We do a 15-card reading, looking at anything other than that has come in. So anything else. 5 cards universe. Show me what else you can see coming in for Pisces, 17th to the 23rd of June 2019. What else can you see coming in? Okay, right. We've got the 9 of Swords, I'm afraid. I want to leave that out. Give me 4 more cards. Give me 4 more cards. What else you see coming in for Pisces? All right, that one wants to come out as well. Okay, I'm going to leave that face up. 3 of Cups. Some of you guys worried about a third party. Some of you guys worried about a friendship. Let's have a look at the 3 more energies showing here. We won't turn those face up just yet, though. Okay. Show me love. I know we've just done love, but it's just come out as feeling that way. Okay, so we still do love in this one. Show me anything other than... Okay, you've got Queen of Cups and the 10 of Coins. It's a woman who's really comfortable in a relationship. And actually, Pisces, that can be you. So this is about you being really comfortable in a relationship. Queen of Cups and the 10 of Coins. A woman who's in love, who's really comfortable and happy in a relationship. Let's get the other 3 cards. There he is again. It's just fucking come out. King of Wands. Again. Right. What's this? The Emperor and the Page of Wands. 2 more cards. I think that this man is talking to... can you see how they're interacting? See, you're thinking about being really settled and happy in a relationship, in love. But this guy, this King of Wands, which came out again, is talking with a friend. Can you see how he's facing the Emperor? He's talking about an Emperor. He's talking to his friend and he's saying, look, I'm just looking for fun. Page of Wands, he's just kind of... He's looking forward, but he's kind of saying... He's probably saying, there's a tarot interaction happening here, so he's probably discussing something with a friend. I think you've got this person, and it's showing up again, that you're looking for the 10 of Cups. You want this. You're the Queen of Cups energy here, and you're really doing a lot of dreaming as well. The fact is, well, that you're not looking into the 10 of Coins. You're actually looking away from it, all right? Can you see how you're mesmerised? You're dreaming. Queen of Cups is a dreamer. So there you are for love, Pisces. Dreaming about being in a long-term, healthy, happy, stable, secure relationship with this man. But what is this man doing behind your back, nevertheless? He's talking probably with a friend and saying, you know what, I just want I don't know where it's going. Page of Wands. All I can see is that, you know, we're just building things. We're just having some fun. You're thinking more seriously, I think, in love. So some of you Pisces, to be honest. I think that you're thinking more seriously about a relationship than somebody around you is, to be perfectly honest. We'll get these. We'll have a look at this one. This is the other energies. Worries about Three of Cups energy. Six of Swords. I think that some of you guys worried about somebody who's drifting away from a friendship. This is drifting away, Six of Swords, from a friendship, Three of Cups. The Moon. They're doing something in secret. Can you see how the Six of Swords is doing something in the dead of night? He's going into the Moon card. This could be kind of like, you know, really like he's going into the woods at night, or he's doing something in secret with the Moon energy. Five of Wands with competitors. Also, this is emotional turbulence. So, you know, your reading is really interesting because the general, we're going to get the career and finance in a moment, but your general seems to be kind of backing up the first reading in a way. And I think this is the same thing as love. It keeps, I think there's a really strong connection with love this week for some of you Pisces people. Really strong connection, I think, for love. I think number one, you guys are worried. You're worried about this partner, this King of Wands here, drifting away from your partnership, Three of Cups energy. All right. You're also worried that this King of Wands is kind of, you know, traveling, drifting away from the friendship, but also kind of, you know, in the dead of night, in secret, probably seeing others. Competitors, Five of Wands. So worried about this King of Wands drifting away from the friendship, partnership, possibly looking for, you know, things that are kind of forbidden, the Moon energy. Competitors, Five of Wands, other women or other men. So looking for things in the dead of night. So behind your back, kind of going out and doing things behind your back, that type of thing. But also I'm seeing a lot of emotional turbulence. Moon is emotional and the Five of Wands is turbulence. A lot of emotional turbulence because you're worrying about this man or woman drifting away from the friendship. Also in love, you guys are kind of like with the Queen of Cups energy, been dreaming about having this long-term loving relationship, perhaps marriage, that type of thing with this King of Wands. But what he's doing, he or she's doing, they're actually talking. All right? He's talking to this person here. I think he's talking to an Emperor. I think he's talking to his friend and he's saying, look, I don't know what's in the future, Page of Wands. All I know is that, you know, we're just building things and just taking things step by step. He's less, I think there's somebody around you, Pisces, who's less serious about a relationship than you are. Final cards, please, for Pisces and career. Show me career and money. Okay. So, Four of Swords. Things might be a bit slow at the moment with career. Four of Swords energy. Some of you guys might be contemplating or you've taken a bit of a break with the Four of Swords energy showing here. Let's look at the next one. Eight of Wands. I think that if things have been really quiet, they're about to kind of take off with the Eight of Wands energy showing here, okay? I'm seeing an increase in finances as well. The King of Coins is money. It's not just when it comes to financial reading, it can be a bank manager. Some of you guys, it might be that you're getting messages from the bank manager as well with the Eight of Wands and the King of Pentacles. But also it might be that if things have been quiet on the job scene or something, things are about to increase. And also there could be an increase in kind of your finances with the King of Coins energy showing up here. Hierophant, maybe getting some advice with the Hierophant energy showing up here. Seven of Cups, options that you need to choose. So it might be that things have been a bit quiet. Some of you guys sending your resumes out probably with the Eight of Wands energy. Getting advice from a King of Coins. This would be a professional person who can tell you what your options are in terms of work, that type of thing. All right, Pisces, I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.